I spawned from the trenches, lurking in threads. Timeline tied full of talking cabal heads. Found one job, watched the algo spark. One quote tweet mob, crushed it out of the park. No borrow hype, just a digital grid. Turned dopamine pings to a proof of commit. Respect isn't noise, it's a hidden key. Paid mine in silence, now the gate swings free. Bolts loaded, vision encoded. Every meme dropped, the narratives bolted. Top slide hitter on the daily scroll. Mob chants loud while the numbers roll. Click, code, cash, that's my decree. Rate, rise, rinse, mobs, economy. Tweets, ignite, charts, a beta plan. Tap once, feel the flash, chain commands. Click, code, cash, that's my decree. Rate, rise, rinse, mobs, economy. Tweets, ignite, charts, a beta plan. Tap once, feel the flash, chain commands. All it or nothing just spins. Friction's dead when the purpose wins. Each emoji's a vote, each gift a stake. We design the trend that the masses take. Boss grow fast, strategy tight. One tap curates, the market's right. We don't play, this culture commands. And
happy Monday, Sniper. Look at Sniper. Oh, look at that.
Monday. Monster Monday.
Different background, bro. Looking good.
Yeah. This is usually where the business all happens.
All
it's
right.
empty. It's empty.
We're reversed. It's reversal.
We are reversed. So usually what you see behind me is over on the other side. So this is where my workspace is. I'm on my phone. But Thursday we got a whole new setup coming in. It's gonna be cool.
Right on, man. That's right. You got to get AI prepped. Man.
That's right.
That's what I'm talking about. Yep. Good to see you. Happy Monday, bro.
We're gonna have neon lights like you got behind you. Going to get
I've been collecting
the atmosphere.
I know.
Get the atmosphere.
You got to see even some of these NFT stuff, man. It's crazy. This is gonna be fun. Gonna be looking. Got to get Web3ish. You know what I'm saying? Let me get to the map. Checking in. All right. Look at generals popping off. Got to check in myself. Everybody can see. Give me a second, everybody. There we go. Right on. Let's see. Come on, general. Oh. It didn't even make it out of the state. It's all good. No worries.
We've got you out of sequence.
It's all good. But yeah, man, a lot of stuff, man. This news just keeps flooding in. You know, it's a lot of the stablecoin stuff. This big beautiful bill, whatever they call this thing. I think it's the goofiest name. But they're starting to add some crypto stuff in there. Sniper,
mm-hmm.
You know that?
Yeah. There's lots of it seems like lots and lots and lots of institutional news every single day. Just things popping off. Robinhood had a big news thing today. So and I don't know. We've waited years for this, and the vibe is just big. You know.
Well, it's right now because yes, you gotta pass the regulations. I think that's the big hurdle, right? Mm-hmm. We'll see. But it is weird because they've been buying like crazy men, right, and women, right? Those ETFs, it's weird, right? I mean, I know retail, they can buy a good bit as well, but not like these guys. And
it's that weirdness, and I heard you and FOMO talking about it late last week. That weirdness scares me. You know what it reminds me of? Remember when all this ETF news came about, and we were talking about maybe the possibility of Bitcoin being an IOU, like pay for Bitcoin going up.
Like
it's just that fear factor. It's like, man, like if there's really this much being balled up, why is the price not moving? You know, are they just buying up a bunch of IOUs? You know, like I mean, the thought's out there. It's just like, what's going on? You know,
it is. I think of this with these banks starting to do their own stable coins and all these companies. What are they going to do? They're hopefully they don't say they have Bitcoin, and people are going to do that as well. That's a lot of this laws, and we're going to go, like I said, go through it tonight too. But that's what they're going to want you to do. Like regular banks that you use every day, your Bank of Americas, your Wells Fargo's, they're going to want to hold your Bitcoin. You'll stake it over there. You'll get some rewards and all that, but they're holding your Bitcoin, right? So that's the trick. So we'll see. Maybe I did read though. It is cool that like one of these videos that we're going to watch, It isn't like fractional reserve banking, like we talk about, like you're saying, like the IOUs and stuff. So we'll listen to him real quick and comment on what he's talking about here. Let's see. Hey, wise guys. Hope you're having a monstrously wonderful Monday. We are. Happy Monday to you. How are you? What are you doing? How you doing, Susie Q? Appreciate you joining us. It's a Monster Monday. Ready to hear what the wise guys are laying down. Awesome night out. Appreciate you joining us. That's what I'm talking about. Yep. Jason, how you doing, brother? Happy Monstrous Monday. Good to see you, bro. Look at all the monsters lined up. Thanks for joining us, Jason. My man, Comfy. Sup, boys? Very happy Monster Monday to all. You as well, Jason. You as well. Are we battling in Chatricity tonight because it's Monster Monday? I don't know. Are we? Or are we going to stick with the wise guys? Trying to get wise guys
It
back.
doesn't matter. Yeah. We'll get the wise guys back up. We got to get the wise guys built back up a little bit.
Yeah, it's time to get back in the spot. We make content every day, so you know what I'm saying? It's all good. Night out. But yes, thank you. We're going to be battling in wise guys. Night out. And what's up with the world? We're going to talk about it, Jungle Walks. Thanks for joining us. Right? That big things happen with that. I mean, his stable token pulling in 1.4 billion in movement. Right? It's crazy. 24-hour period, just starting out. Not too bad, Sniper. That's his stable coin and all that. But we're going to get into it. Jungle Walks. There was a big thing. They were doing it. It's not like crypto, Jungle Walk. They were doing stuff where you had to be in some of those groups and those meetings, and you had access to it. First, they were telling you it had no value. You just hold it. You can't even transfer it. Very complicated thing going on over there. So, we'll go through it a little bit. But thanks for joining us, Jungle Walks. Yo, what up, Apex? Good to see you, man. Hope you had a good weekend. Thanks for joining us. But let me hop in. What do you think the crypto fear and greed? I'm gonna refresh too. What do you think it is, Sniper? We'll probably definitely greed. I bet you.
I haven't kept up with it, but I'm going to say 72.
72. Ooh. Oh, 64. But we are still in green. We're in the green, right? Yes. This thing is very, very schizophrenic everywhere. But I when Thursdays happen, Tim has been showing us a different type of one. And it's kind of, I like it. It's kind of cooler. I need to start learning more what he's talking about. Let's see. Let's go. Right on. It's 63. Right on. Jungle. You were right there. Right under. You won. You won the showcase. But yes, it's right there. But first we're going to hop off with Pompliano, right? I like when he just hammers this dude, right? This guy, when you hear it from all your little normie friends, right? Listen, it's only a minute. Take a look. And take a listen, because he's again, this is 2025, and this guy's talking goofy with Bitcoin. So take a listen.
The volatility on this thing is way too high for anybody to call that a savings account. I mean, you may like it, but I think that's a bridge too far right now, isn't it?
Over the last 30 years, the US dollar has lost 50% of its purchasing power. So in my lifetime, $1 now buys you 50% or 50 cents of service and goods. And so when you think about that, the most volatile asset that most people hold is the dollar, and they're on the wrong side of volatility. Bitcoin, on the other hand, over a long period of time appreciates. And so the best statistic to look at this is in 2016, the average median home was about $380,000. I'm sorry, $280,000. Today it's over $400,000.
Right.
So 50% increase in the average home in America. During that same 8-year period, it used to cost 664 Bitcoin to buy that home. Today it costs 6 Bitcoin. It has been a 99% reduction in the cost of a home in America if you held Bitcoin. And so another way to think about that is if you had about $5,000 of Bitcoin in 2016, today it could buy you a house.
But depending on
It just blows up his whole argument. I get it. It moves, wild, right? But it always goes up and to the right. Yeah?
He said $25, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
25. No, $6,000.
Oh,
Yeah.
Still.
Right. But yeah, I mean, it's just, that's what it is, man. And these people, they have to look at charts, man. They can't see. Just a couple of years ago, yeah, it'll pop up to 100,000 and drop back down to 60, but then it soars back up to 250, right? These are how it's what it does, man. So, my crypto adventures, a spark in Mobtastic Monday, a week ahead. Yes, Web3 Wise Guys fan. Good to see you, my crypto adventures. MBBs leading the way, but thank you for joining us, right? And then, like I said, this is a guy that's just talking about, what this could look like, right? And the one thing is it blows a hole in the fractional reserve banking of what is this? And it's not CBDCs. That's another thing we used to like, that's terrible, right? Governments controlling the whole money supply, telling you what some social credit system, all this craziness, right? But take a listen to this, and it's pretty good explanation, because look, he's talking about Elon Musk, all of these companies, Walmart, Amazon, they're all going to have stable coins, right? So let's take a listen. Let me mute.
We came this close to rendering Wall Street obsolete, getting rid of the entire crony banking system. A new crypto bill dubbed the Genius Act is set to finally legalize a big chunk of the crypto industry called stablecoins. CNBC called the bill, quote, the first major legislative win for crypto. Treasury Secretary Bessent praised it as, quote, reinforcing dollar supremacy, which it does. Neither mentioned the most important part: stablecoins are the most direct threat to the crony banking system in 50 years. And they obliterate the case for a government-run crypto called a CBDC. So first, what is a stablecoin? It's a kind of crypto designed to maintain one-to-one value with a currency like the dollar. The tokens are backed by assets in a vault, so cash, treasuries, and gold. The stablecoins don't go up or down like Bitcoin. Instead, if Bitcoin is gold you can email, a stablecoin is a dollar you can email. So it doesn't replace Bitcoin or gold for savings. It does replace US dollars for buying coffee. Now, because stablecoins use the same blockchain technology as Bitcoin, stablecoins are much cheaper to use. They can be zero fee compared to 2.5% on credit card swipe fees, which cost Americans nearly $200 billion per year. Stablecoins are also much faster than banks. Like email, payments can be instant, while your bank can take days to process and ask you what the money is for. Now, fast and cheap matter because those were the features they were using to sell a CBDC, a government-run stablecoin that would snoop on your spending and potentially control or seize your money. The new bill instead legalizes private stablecoins while mandating they back the tokens with money in the vault. This allows companies like Amazon or Walmart to effectively issue their own fully backed digital versions of dollars. Now, compare this to banks who are in the business of issuing digital versions of dollars, bank deposits, that are backed by nothing but Federal Reserve bailouts. This is cool because if Walmart can't fractional reserve your money, it could cripple the 3/4 of inflation that comes from banks printing money they don't have in the vault. Now, the bill could have been a lot better. It imposes the same so-called money laundering rules on stablecoins as banks, and it specifically bans paying interest on stablecoins, as in passing on the returns of vault money. That's because interest on stablecoins would have completely wiped out the crony banks. You'd have fully backed dollars paying interest. Still, on net, the bill is surprisingly anti-bank, legalizing the most important competing technology to banks in my lifetime. This is probably because the crypto lobby dumped a lot of money into this. In the last election, crypto donated over $100 million. Some estimates are up to $250 million, led by Coinbase and Ripple. Now that surpassed oil, gas, even pharma, plus another $18 million for Trump's inauguration, $5 million from Ripple alone. Now that doesn't come close to the billions the financial system donates, but it was enough for a camel's nose under the tent. So as next brought to you by Unchained.com, the bill does not take effect until next year. We already see companies, including Walmart and Amazon, lining up to issue stablecoins that would zero out banking fees for the hundreds of billions of transactions they make. Even Elon could get in the game with his planned X money that would also bypass banks and their fees. Most important, crypto apparently has the political heft to go toe-to-toe with the crony fractional reserve banking system that misrules our republic. Banks dodge this one, but they need to get lucky every time. Crypto only needs to break it once. Okay.
So it is cool because it is hopefully, like I said, going to fix that fractional reserve banking stuff, right? Everything that kind of started way back when with central bank, Federal Reserve, that place still needs to be audited as well, just like the Fort Knox, yeah. But let me see. Go ahead.
Not just gonna say it's funny you brought up X money. I heard that Elon had kind of announced there's going to be an X store soon, and everybody's speculating that everything you buy there you have to buy with X money. So
yes, I would think so. Like you said, they're going to have their own. Like I remember APEC, we all used to be on Spaces talking about this. Like like Burger King, McDonald's, they're going to have their own tokens because they're going to want to obviously treat their customers differently, more like a community and not just like some one-off. Everybody just buying. It's going to be a more, like a relationship, right? And that's what you have to do going forward. I think in this new economy, it is, right? You're going to be more working with, and like I said, even better customer service. That was one thing that Amazon did very well for a good while. It's kind of, petering off a little bit, but they went back to customer service as well. But the Apex, what are you hearing, bro? I would like to hear. What are you hearing? Mondays are made to spark. That's what I'm talking about, Martinez. Yes, it is. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. And Janeth, how you doing? Good evening. Thanks for joining us, Janeth. Down in South America. Thank you. But yeah, interesting. Like I said, man, there's so much wrong with our banking, insurance, all this kind of stuff. But this is a big one, man. Like I said, at least they're not, hopefully not going to just be able to print some crazy stuff or make some paper Bitcoin, like you say, and back it with some stable coin that they just magically create. But that's what I'm saying. That's why all these laws are important, right? I know sometimes it gets very wonky and it's not very interesting, not very entertaining, but you have to pay attention to this legislation, this thing going through that right now, this one big, beautiful bill thing. This is a monstrosity, man. There's a whole bunch in there, right? And, sometimes those bills, I know there's a lot of good things, but there's usually a lot of hidden things, right? I wish they would just start cutting, right, just exactly what they're going to do. And maybe just a few pages, yeah? But that's not what they do. Anyways, but this is what we're talking about, right, today. So WLFI Liberty, right, USD1, stablecoin, hit $1.25 billion in trading volume in 24 hours, right? Now, it's not anywhere like USDT. I think they do obviously well over 100 billion, but this just started. In 24 hours, it hit $1 billion. And, you could see that this could be making some real noise very quickly, right? But this is the story. Go ahead. Did you say something? You need something?
Nope.
No. But yes, it's a big deal, man. The one thing like I said, I'm not the craziest about is like this is, man. I don't care, whatever. It's his family, anything, man. This is the president of the United States, and he's all up. He's all up in it, bro. And like how everybody got on him, like for his own meme coin, how that went. There's a lot of wackiness, but hey, the crypto market, it just witnessed this thing rolling out. The dollar peg stablecoin, sponsored by entities, and that's what they say, entities. Former U.S. President Trump. So yes, that's a pretty good trading volume right out the gate. So you can see. Let's go down here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. You got Pancake Swap mainly, and then you got a little bit of Uniswap. So these are the markets that this is all out rolling on. USD1. So they obviously they're pairing it up with some tokens that they are into, but it is a Trump-backed token. I would say, wouldn't you?
I would say so. Yeah, and I'd like to have a little piece of that pie.
It is.
That 0.03% trading fees doesn't sound like much until you get $1 billion of trading volume. That's a pretty good little chunk of money.
That is a good chunk of money. That's what Jungle Walks was talking about. He said, "How do I get some of that stuff?" Right? But yeah, but it appears to be marketed toward red meat eating retail investors. That's what they say, and politically active traders. So that's not dissimilar from a humorous rise of so-called meme tokens like MAGA. So they're still kind of relating it to it. That's what I'm saying with that meme token. Even his wife, Melania, that's way kind of down from where it started too, right? It kind of made a little bit of sour grapes, I would say, wouldn't you?
I would say so. Yeah, his wasn't as bad until hers come out. Once hers come out, yeah, it kind of turned into sour grapes. So what's going on here? It's like the roll token, the Ray of Light token coming out, and then followed by the FOMO token, the Sniper token, and the Tim token, and it's like, what in the world?
The whole guy. Why did you guys just do a Web3 wise guys?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yep. But hey, I don't know. Challenging USDT. That's pretty. Like I said, that's over 100. What is it? Let's see. at least 120, 130 billion, I think. CoinGecko. Let's see. USDT. Yeah. Oh, look. Oh, 24 hour. Oh, yeah. I'm looking at the market cap. So, yes, 43. So, I mean, $1 billion coming out there is not bad. Look at USDC. 8.3 billion. That isn't bad for one that just rolled out, hitting over $1 billion, right? That's pretty good. So, I got to give them some kudos. Congrats. On-chain metrics suggest organic growth. That's great. There were more than 17,000 active wallets in WLFI trading pairs in the past 24 hours. 350 million WLFI was locked in DeFi, spread mainly across BSC and Ethereum bridges. And the stablecoin is keeping true to the US dollar within 0.1%. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I hate when I see those stablecoins. They get a little volatile, right? That's a little freaky. It's not supposed to do that, Sniper. But yes, that's another thing. Regulatory question. I mean, the whole thing. He's smack dab right in the middle. And how the president, and now you're passing all this legislation about crypto. Kind of crazy times we live in, bro.
It is crazy times.
All right, this is in the way, but stable coins. Look, that's why I'm just going along with it, man, because it's the talk of everything. Look, stable coins become South Korea's new national endeavor. I'm not going to get into the deep into the weeds with this, but you're seeing it across the planet and everything, right? Not just with businesses and companies and banks, but these are nations, bro, and they're all going to get involved, right? And how I see it, these are all just little mini. Some of them aren't mini, but these are all on ramps, Sniper. As soon as somebody that whatever, like you just say it is JP Morgan, right? They got millions and millions of users, and he has his own stable coin, right? The JP Morgan dollar. And there you go. People can get in and out, start playing in crypto, buying their Bitcoin, doing all their thing right through the system that they're used to using, right? So these are very easy on ramps, and that's why I look at it. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of all this because it is very, very centralized, very, very controlled in some aspect. But hey, it's all right. We're gonna have that's what mass adoption looks like, bro. And then here's this thing, this Trump's big, beautiful bill, right, may get a Hail Mary Bitcoin tax exemption. Ooh, we like tax exemptions, bro. So again, with that, if you don't really know how all this meat and potatoes works with these crazy bills, they add and delete all kinds of stuff in and out. So they get their votes and then they vote on it. And then it just keeps changing. They keep putting in a little more pork, a little more things like this. But yeah, this is a good one I like. Led by Cynthia Lummis, right? Racing to include a pro-crypto amendment in President Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill. The amendment could include tax exemptions on smaller crypto transactions. Clarification on the taxation of crypto staking rewards. We like that. And a measure to encourage companies reporting on unrealized crypto gains. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, man. We need the stablecoin passed, the Genius Act. We need some of this stuff going through, and then I think it's off to the races. I think we're going to be rocking and rolling.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned with it. I still see Elon's not in favor with it. I saw him complaining about it this weekend, saying that it was going to cost thousands and thousands of jobs. So it's weird to see.
Elon is not happy with he was getting good subsidies too, man. Right? Just saying. Yep. Through not just saying it, he absolutely could be right with this. I mean, I'm not, but all I'm saying, there's a lot of agendas. Sometimes you never know, but he's getting a lot of stuff through whatever. Look at what they want to do with cutting a lot of the environmental stuff, right? So the electrical cars and everything that he's involved with, man, you never know. But yes, I agree. He's a smart dude, and he did help out big time. Got to give him some love. But yeah, I agree.
It's like you said earlier. I wish it was just simpler. I wish it was more compact and simpler. Just give it all to us,
Right.
Because this does sound bullish, but a lot of times when something is super, super sweet like this, it's dangling the carrot in front of the donkey. It's like, no, we want this. We're not paying attention to everything else. So. Right.
But I should have touched on this. Back into this thing, one of the cool things in the provisions and into this. Not WLFI, but this bill, right, is this minimus. It's a minimus exemption, right, for small crypto capital gains where we were talking. That's what it's called, that little piece or whatever. Because like I said, they add stuff all the time. That's interesting, and that's what I mean when we're paying attention to this stuff. These are things when you call into your senator or your congressman or congresswoman. These are things that you tell them, right? They're not used to. When you flood the lines, people don't realize it's like you think that people are calling them all the time. Not about specific things like this. Usually it's a complaint here, something like that there. But if everybody hammers and they keep hearing this thing, hey, you need to add this minimus exemption for crypto, right? That's going to be in their ear, right? So just saying, this is why this stuff is important. This is why we bring it up, because we got to be locked in, because man, we don't want CBDCs. Stable coins are all right? We like that, but the CBDCs are no good. And what they're going to do with all these identifications of how your digital identity, that's going to be another huge one. AI, what they're going to do with that, and how that open that is and how closed that is. These are important things. That's what I'm talking about, Jim. Hot topic tonight, guys. Yep, good to see you. Thanks for joining us, Jim. Yes, it is. And yes, it's important, man. So let me get into this. Senator Lummis announces the OBBB crypto tax amendment while crypto advocates mobilize for approval. So they have been, man. The crypto people, like he said, we donate, a big chunks, Coinbase, a lot of those donated millions and millions of dollars to the campaign. And that's another thing you got to watch right now. Now, just because you see it on one side with billionaires doing it with liberals, and they do it with Republicans, and now you see this stuff with crypto. So, there's always agendas, and you got to look out for what your, best interest is. But another thing, amid rumors that this Solana ETF is close. Did you see why it pumped? That's why it pumped, Sniper. Did you see it? It's good stuff. Yeah. No, let me even see. The Solana was one of the only ones. Well, it did. It came back down, but it had a little spike earlier. But it's all in this news, man. I mean, this is gonna be a big deal. A lot of these altcoins, Solana, XRP.
I saw XRP had a nice little pop today.
It did. Yep. It only one. Oh my goodness, Jim. Stay indoors, brother. 117. That's no joke, my man. That's deathly hot. Traders have gotten many things, and this is just jumping into just the news. You know how they say experts, even goofy stuff of these influencers, and I wouldn't consider my stuff, but I know I do content and all that. But you can't just listen to these people or me or whatever. You got to hear what's going on, what you're talking about, and then really go dig in and research. And you shouldn't have any excuses now, because you can run things through AI, right? Even if it's a white paper, right? A lot of times you can't understand what this project is, and then it's got this 200-page white paper. Run it through an AI, a large language model, and get a summary, right? At least you're getting some idea of what's going on. But yes, we just try to provide you the news of what's going on. So yes, these traders.
And it's just like we was talking about XRP, right?
Yeah.
Like XRP had a nice little pop today. That irritates me, Ray. You know why that irritates me?
Why? Because
I moved out of my bag of XRP, and this is why I chose to do it. And this is why sometimes we don't talk about stuff like that. You don't want to lead people down the wrong road, right? Yes. Like, this is my conviction move. Me and you talked about it. You didn't make the same move because you thought, I don't know.
Right.
XRP has a $1 billion unlock tomorrow. Mm-hmm. That's a big unlock for VCs, So I was thinking, well, hey, I'm going to move out of XRP. It's going to have some sell pressure on it. And then I'll come back in around the 3rd, 4th, maybe even after the holiday, let it do its thing, shake out some people, and I'll come back in. Nah, it pumped today. It's like, what the heck? What's going on? But that's why you have to keep a lot of that info close to heart, because you talk about stuff like that on the show, and you start getting people out there like, oh, Sniper's right. I need to go sell my bags, Next thing we know, we wake up one morning, XRP's 350, and it's like, dude, what did you do,
Yep.
A lot of and people don't understand, these people that are out there doing these call channels and stuff, like, it's hard, man. It's rough to get enough conviction in something to actually go and call it, and you're going to miss a lot of times, but a lot of times I keep things close to chest and don't talk about it on the show just for this matter, because we talk about things, it doesn't always mean that it's the best move,
It isn't. I mean, well, and that's what you do. You should have your own conviction. You should have your own thoughts, because you did. It was a good, and I definitely considered it, man. I mean, that those are real. Those unlocks happen all the time. You see it on Avalanche. You see it on all these chains. And yeah, you just gotta. Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, we can talk very openly. But yes, I agree. It's hard to just say it out on a show or something like this, because you don't. We don't. No one knows, man. I don't care what anyone says. No one knows. Unless you got inside information, and that's a whole different ballgame. Let me put some background music. But yes, no, not that one. All right. But anyway, not that. What is going on there? Anyways. But this, right? The traders got so much wrong, and just the experts, man, right? They were telling you inflation is going to happen because he did tariffs, right? Everything was looking like it was mooning at the beginning of the year. And he became the president. Everybody said it's just going, never coming back down. And then he announced all these tariffs, right? It's been a crazy half of this year, right? And there's no way to predict what we kind of just went through, everybody, right? But the good thing is like I said, sometimes I'm not really a trader where I do try to find the very tops and the very bottoms. Now, don't get me wrong. This next big, bull run, I will do the profits taking this time, right? Definitely going to do that. That was one good thing of what I have learned. Now, it doesn't mean I'm liquidating everything, but I'm going to take some, I'm going to take some profits like you should. And you should have numbers in your mind. You should already have it locked in. I don't care how bullish and crazy everything is going, right? You need to stick to the plan. And if you don't, then you're trading off of emotions. And that's not going to work, right? You're going to get hammered. And that's really all I'm bringing this up with this, right? There is no one out there that can tell you for sure, 100%, this is all what's going to happen. Even too, like Trump, what's Trump's doing? He's weakening the dollar big time, right? The dollar is getting weakened, but the investors didn't really see this. They, like I said too, they also said that there's going to be this huge inflation because of the tariffs, right? And they were wrong about that, right? Inflation also actually came down. Same thing, stocks crashed, and then it rebounded. Right? People were telling you it's Black Monday. You got to get out. And then bam, right? It bounced right back because he's kept messing around and said, oh, no, never mind. We ain't going to do the full tariffs. So it's hard to judge all of this, everybody. You don't know. And again, just got to have conviction and go along with what your plan is. Yeah. And then the NFT market is recovering. There is, right? Sales volume up 14% in a week. So just going down here, these are the chains, immutable, leading the way with NFTs. Did you see that? Did you know that? You know that, Sniper? And then Ethereum, Polygon, Mythos, BNB, Bitcoin, Solana. I'm surprised Solana went
Interesting.
Down. Yeah,
interesting.
Man. Right. Yeah, but that's the gains. NFT transactions dipped to overall 2.94%, falling to 1.6 million. Oh, but that's crazy in a week. Remember back in the day? It was billions.
I do remember back in the day. And I really think all your blue chips are still on ETH. I think that's where they're at. So I think when it comes back around, ETH is going to be leading the way again by a long shot.
By a long shot. Yep. Even too, I want to see whatever they come back. They're going to come back. They're going to come back. And I'm gonna have a good one, Sniper. I got a good one. Yep. But few Bitcoin treasury companies will survive the death spiral, bro. I mean, because that's real. Everybody's trying to follow what Saylor's doing, right? But no one can be at his level now, right? There's no one that can catch that guy right now. I mean, I think, right? Do you think anybody can kind of, I mean, a BlackRock, but that's an ETF. It's a different animal,
right?
So, but yes, this is kind of wild, man, because. When Bitcoin does one of its real big time pullback, and that's what the death spiral is, when it does its big price move, triggering the other way, which they call the death spiral, it's going to result in some financial strains on potential, some companies that just are not used to this. Yeah. The impact. This is the ability to achieve multiple, and that's when you see it, MNAV, multiple net asset value, is crucial for survival with these companies, right? And firms with strong leadership and marketing can sustain a lasting MNAV premium. They can, but they got to have a plan too. right? This is going to be wild to see who is able to weather the storm when this thing turns the other way, bro. It's a whole different, like I said, it's a whole different thing when it's the bull market. And we all know it's just going to be going up. But Bitcoin takes pressure off the U.S. dollars, what President Trump said, and of course I agree, right? Because no one was buying our treasury, our debt. Nobody was really doing it. And what's starting to happen now is some of these stable coins are starting to do that. Yeah. So not only Bitcoin, but some of these stable coins are helping with taking the pressure off the dollar as well. But Bitcoin, man, I hope they really start buying it up and filling up the strategic reserves, because I think it can get us out of that horrible debt that we're into. So Sniper, it's really needed. Yeah.
I agree.
And this is what they're talking about. All systems go for Solana Staking ETF. Staking, yes. So I'm all, we like some staking. So Rex is this guy Rex is saying also filed an update, not guy Rex, but filed an update prospectus, which totally filled in, added it all up, and it appears as though all systems go for imminent launch. ETF, Eric Balkunis. There you go. And that's what I'm looking forward to, man. That's another reason some of these, like I said, some of these pumped, right? Solana, man, I think it's definitely still got a lot of room to get going, man. Right? I have some Solana. I'm a fan. And then here we go, first Solana ETF to hit the market. They say this week, and it pumped the price, right? Got up, and it pulled back a little bit, but yes, everybody hearing these things, and this is not in the story, but it's funny. He's starting that, the slap competition. Mm-hmm. He's doing like a UFC version. They're going to be a global UFC slap in your face kind of stuff. But this last week, what we already talked about is the exact same thing, right? But this is coming soon. Everybody knows it's coming, and Solana's going to do some big things. And you mentioned this earlier, Sniper. It's Robinhood, bro. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, you've been asking for this, and now ETH and Sol staking are now available to U.S. customers. Yes, we've been on the outside for so long, right? And now things are kind of opening up back to the U.S., and that's a great thing. And here it is: Robinhood launches stock tokens, reveals layer 2 blockchain, and expands crypto suite in EU and U.S. with perpetual futures and staking. Robinhood is adding a lot of stuff, bro. And
that is a ton of stuff, and that's what the space I was listening to today. They were just blown away. The one of the influencers was like, "Dude, I've seen 6 people post about this. Like, what the heck is wrong with everybody? Yeah. Like, this is what we've been waiting years for, But the stock side seemed to be excited about it. So, and that's the side it's for. They're the ones that should be excited about it. So, yeah. I don't think your crypto normies, it's not something they're really going to be partaking in. So, other than maybe the futures, I can see the futures playing a big role down the line. So, yeah.
Well, and again, this is what they're talking about. We're onboarding the world to make crypto by making it easy to use as possible, with the goal of bridging powerful tools into one intuitive platform. And we all, that's good. I'm happy for that, right? We need more people in here. That's the problem. Is there's not that many, not many folks, and that's going to change, and that's a good thing. Let's see here. I'm going here, and we're about to. What are we going? Oh, that's another. Oh, Arbitrum, dude, jumps 17% because people are speculating. Did you hear anything about that?
I did not hear about that.
Wow, partnership with, and it's just rumor, man. I'm just kind of going through some articles, but Robinhood talks with Arbitrum. Solana leaked in May. Yeah, so there we go. If that's a partnership, that's a big deal. And there's just another kind of back end way to get into, like you're saying, if you're into the stocks and doing things like that with that, you see partnerships like that, you can hold the token, and it's kind of acting the same way. Yeah.
So and then looks like Robinhood's putting a little pressure on Circle. Pressure on Circle to step up.
100%, bro. And now wrapping it up, because this is your thing, Sniper, right? Abstract. You like that stuff. There's also some cool stuff there. We love Alf and what's going on there. But this is one I just found, and it was also a great send from Apex. I appreciate Apex. But escape the grind, embrace the grind. Yeah, and that's this little hamster. How long has this been around, bro? You know,
that one's been around for, I think, at least a month. I've seen it floating around the timeline. I'm not big on farms and stuff. I feel like, you know, unless you just really, really need the money, they're not worth your time. You know, it seems like the drops and stuff you get just, it's not worth a lot of people's time, you know, that they put into it. So I stay away from them. This one was a massive project, massive project. It had a hiccup this morning though. And that's the reason it's down to where it's at. I think it's recovering well. I think it's going to recover well. Thank God, because Abstract got hit with two Ponzi's, two rugs at the same time that Trump sent the bombers over. So Abstract got really, really rough, you know, like we were holding our breath, like we thought it was over. So it was good to see this one, despite the hiccup. It did get sniped this morning, which was weird because it was an unsnipeable platform. They actually back-ended it, went into the contract and sniped it from the contract. They didn't snipe it on the UI platform. They actually sniped the contract, which is crazy. So there was a little bit of FUD around it this morning, but I think it's recovering well, and could be cool. Has a lot of potential.
Right on. And this community list, these are all, I guess, people involved, Sappy Seals and stuff like that too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But yeah, let me go over. What did you say? The deck screener? Is that what you said?
Yeah, go to deck screener.
Deck screener. All right. But I wanted to talk about this because abstract means getting pretty getting pretty hot, bro. Yeah.
They are getting hot. So yeah, over on the left side, you can go through all the different chains and stuff. Click on abstract.
Okay.
And what's the volume bin up at the top?
Volume latest
5.95 billion. I know that's not right. That can't be right. We've been, that should be million probably. It should be 5.95 million. So yeah. It's still a really, really, really new chain where if you was to go over on that left side and click something like
Base.
Yeah, compared to Base. Yeah, Solana's just crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What's that one? Probably around
128 million.
Yeah, so I mean that's a huge difference, right?
Yeah.
And dude, you remember when Base was new? Remember Keyboard Cat?
Yep.
I think I got one. I think I got us a good one.
Yeah.
Like it was new back then. That's where abstract is now. You know, it's a small echo chamber. It's got low liquidity in it. You know, but as people funnel in, I think this has.
But it's up and coming. I mean, that's a bit.
Yeah, I think it's got massive potential because it's Luca Net's blockchain, and you see what he's doing with the Pudgy Penguins.
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to push all the success with the Pudgy Penguins and it not reflect on the abstract chain? I think it has to. You know, It's not financial advice, but I think this is a upcoming chain, and I see a lot of potential over here.
Yeah, right on. Yeah,
so you can see with that grind token, it's down 32%.
Yeah.
Just launched this morning. And that's what happened. I mean, anytime you got something that gets sniped like that, the sniper gets all the allocation. And dude, that's why I love the name that the community coined me with, but out in the trenches, it's not a good name. People are like, sniper, that's a terrible name. We don't like snipers. And I'm like, I'm a good sniper. I'm not that type of sniper.
You're not that bad sniper. That's right.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of jewels over here. So Abster, that number 2 one, he is he's the mascot of the whole chain. And believe it or not, I faded that one. I actually faded that guy. I did fade that guy in the beginning. I seen it on Moonshot at like $14,000 market cap, and look where it is today. It's up in the millions, around 16 million. So yeah, but I mean, I still got in around 300K. I was like, okay, there's something here, you know. So
that's good.
It's been a good ride. It's been an enjoyable ride. Poly is a great token that is for anybody that sees the pudgy penguins out in the Walmarts and all that stuff, you've got two penguins on most of the packages. You got the blue and the pink. That's Paxton and Polly. So Polly's the pink one. This is a CTO. So somebody launched it, they rugged it, community come in and picked it up. It's actually ran by Bitcoin Baddie. He's the CTO lead on it, and doing a really good job with it, up in the millions of dollars in market cap.
Right on. Awesome.
Yep.
Very cool. Well, yeah. No, I mean, it's like I said, we stream over there, so they do a lot of awesome things. We're actually going to start doing some more games of what's doing with the apps too. Yeah.
Yep. One of my favorites down there at number 5. His name's Redspa, and what that is Appster, which is the green mascot. That is Appster spelled backwards.
Redspa.
He is the arch nemesis of the chain, and this dude, man, he's a marketing genius. Like the post and all the stuff he puts out there. Like you've heard me talk about him for months.
Yeah.
Cool dude down in Miami, Florida. Actually got invited out to Pudgy HQ 5 days after he came off bond, just because Luca was so blown away with the same thing, his whole marketing strategy. And I'm setting fire to the whole chain. I'm burning all the ice igloos down. It was just genius, the way he come out and with just one guy came out and had this whole plot and scheme against the penguins and Appster and all this stuff. So Redspa's always been one of my favorites, and those 3 alone, Appster, Polly, and Redspa, I think will always do well. And of course, there at number 4 was Newt. So you remember Newt, right?
Yeah. Yep.
No comic series. So
yep.
That was the first CTO on the whole chain.
Really?
And that was the fourth CTO. So there was a bunch of whales, and this is an important piece for people that want to get out and launch tokens. You have to hold enough supply that a whale or a group of whales can't come in and buy out your project. So they came in. This is a very low market cap, and this is hearsay. This is the story behind Newt. But a bunch of whales came in, bought up a lot of the tokens, and then forced the dev to sell. So hey, either you're selling or we're selling.
Right.
So the dev's like, all right, y'all have a lot more supply than I do, so I will peace out.
Yeah.
So he pieced out. When that happened, they went to Dex Screener and did a CTO on the project. So just a cool tidbit there. But Newt is a legend penguin. Been around for a long, long time. That's kind of like Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. No, and it is. That's like from an old school cartoon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. 117. Only 117. Yeah. Okay, crypto. You'd melt, crypto Buffy B. Yeah. And Scott, there you go. What's the current situation with RM2? Are there any projects using it? Any project can use it, Scott. I mean, if you hold a bag, anybody can build off of what's, if you hold a whole huge bag of it or maybe a small bag of it. But I don't know any off the top of my head. But yeah, it's there, man. Right? Yeah, but I don't know of anybody building it. I know I heard some people before trying to do some app where you can do some transactions and buying retail things with it, but I haven't heard about it. Right? I haven't heard anybody else with doing that. Yeah. Happy Monday, wise guys. You too, Floor. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. But yeah, anybody, like that's kind of what, I mean, exactly what you're just talking about. A lot of these with these NFTs, Sniper, like you just said, community takeovers, right? Anybody, when you hold any of these assets, you just said, anybody that bought a whole bunch of the tokens of whether on Appster or wherever, right? You can do, that's what's amazing about this space, right? There's not just one person or one group that we got to look to, right? You just go and do what you know how to do. And right. I know I've seen you do it. I've seen you do it.
Yeah, there's a couple honorable mentions on this chain. The Little Pudgies has a cartoon series. That cartoon series has 4 characters on it. 2 of them I'm extremely bullish on. I've called them in my call groups. I still hold the tokens. Haven't sold one of them, and I've had amazing pump ups and opportunities to sell. And I just refuse to sell because I just got that much conviction in it. And that's Eureka and Springer. Those are 2 of the characters that are on there. Both of those came out, got rugged by developers, got CTO'd, and I think they're going to do great things. I think, and this is my opinion, not financial advice, but I think those will one day be multi-million-dollar market cap token. So
you said Eureka?
Eureka and Springer.
Oh, I got to look them up then, huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
they're probably
Springer,
down a little
like-
bit. They're probably down around 30, 20, 25 to 30.
Okay. Oh, here's Spring. This guy, right?
Yep.
Oh, so that is like from like Jerry Springer, the show? Or
No, that is actually one of the he's the star of the little pudgy cartoon character. So he's the main character.
Okay, right on.
Yep.
And that's good. What is it? 229,000 market cap, bro. Yeah.
I think I called that in my channel around 38 to 40K.
Oof.
As soon as it come off Moonshot. I would have called it sooner, but it won't let you do the call with the rig bot that's in the channel until it comes off of Moonshot. Had I been able to, I would have called it around like 15, 16K, you know, but I had to wait for it to come off Moonshot and then call it. So this has run all the way up to, I think the highs is around 650K.
Yeah.
So like I said, I had some beautiful opportunities to sell for some very, very, very healthy profits, and could have bought back in, could have bought my position back. But you never know with these things. I mean, these things can take fire. They can get a group of whales come in, like we talked about with Newt, and just completely price you out. You know, it's hard, very, very hard to play the markets over here. So you're better off if you've got a really strong conviction in it.
Yeah.
Just hold it and forget it, you know.
Yeah.
Like, just get in there, be active, support the project, and try to help push it as high as it can go, you know.
Absolutely. And my crypto adventures, yes, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Smash the like button. Helps us, get seen all over YouTube and X. Hey, do you want to try the share or not?
I can't. It won't let me. I was gonna wait until you asked me, but I went through the things while you're doing the videos, and I can't actually share my screen.
Okay, all good. Everybody, we will battle. I don't know if there's probably a battle going on. And then we're going to just do a big job. And I mean big. So I'll make it reasonable. I know we failed. We can't fail anymore. Yeah? Got to get the job.
Failed? Got failed Friday?
Failed.
Wow.
It's not me. I was a normal. It was a normal run. I don't know. I do have to pay attention on Fridays. You know, Friday.
That could be Sniper's fault. I wasn't paying attention. I was in an extremely bad mood. I just lost my PC, and I'm like, I need a break. I
was in a bad mood. He said, "There you go." But it's all good. Let me go over there. Are there people battling now? Where we at? Oh yeah, look, everybody. Right on, everybody. Oh yeah, you're crushing it. You guys are crushing it. Love it. Thank you.
But there's one more on this chain I've got strong conviction in.
Okay.
And it is a little sided because I did get asked to help in the CTO of the project. It's going to be down around 60, number 60.
60. I thought I saw it up higher.
It got up as high as number 4 when we first announced the. It could be higher.
I think it was because I saw it up here. Hold on. Oh no, Alpha. Never mind.
Yeah, that's Alpha.
Okay, my bad. That's probably what I saw.
57.
57. Right on.
Yeah. And that's Alf.
Alf. That's what I'm talking about.
So I was actually in a space talking about this project. And a group of guys come together. This was one of the first tokens to launch and bond off Moonshot, and the developer rugged it, and it sat at the very, very bottom for months, 4 months before we decided to CTO this thing. So for those that don't know, who is Alf? Alf is one of the Boys Club. So he's part of the Matt Fury comic series with Pepe and Brett and Andy and Landwolf. And what makes all those characters beautiful, it's like they landed on their own independent chain. So Pepe is on ETH, right? Original ETH, just like where all of our native tokens and NFTs are. Brett ended up on Base, multi-million-dollar market cap. I think it's around $450 million. Pepe, we know, is up in the billions. Andy ended up on the BNB chain. Landwolf ended up on Sol. And now we got Alf on Abstract. And what's cool about that is the whole Abstract chain, everything's green. It's all about green, 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 green. So Alf being a crocodile, he's the green character, green IP on the green chain. Extremely, extremely bullish on it. So and got inside information. I know a lot of the cool things are being built with this. Stuff that isn't even out on the abstract chain yet. AlfBot already has a trending and volume bot that any project can go use. It's an educational platform being built to help onboard people to the abstract chain that's going to be on the website. And a cool game coming. Cool game that you're going to be able to play. Hopefully it gets put on the abstract portal where you can earn XP to play the game. So some cool stuff being built behind Alf to give it a bunch of utility as well.
Yes. There you go. I love it, man. Alf. And you see it in the mob. You see it in the mob. I love it.
Yeah. Alf is the first abstract project to utilize mob.
Yes.
And it has called eyes. I've got some messages about it. I've even had projects message me, "Hey, will you get your people to go blow my tweet up?"
Yeah.
I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? You got almost 1,000 holders, but I mean, it's like I said, it's a small echo chamber. So it happens.
Love it. Failure.
Hopefully, here's my hope. Here's my hope with Alf, and I'm gonna put it right here. I'm hoping Alf is the first drop on MOBFI.
Oh, I love it. That's what I'm talking about.
That's my goal for Alf.
Alf's going to be the first pool to open. I love it. I think so.
I like it.
I like it.
First pool on MOBFI.
That's right. Beautiful. Beautiful. But hey, I'm gonna spin up a job. Hey, and let me break this down. You never know. I think I might have Telegram over here. I don't know. I might. Not sure. I could be wrong. Discord. Oops.
What is that?
Yeah.
Is that NFT project? That new
right.
token? What's Discord? I've heard of Discord before.
That's crazy, but it is. Sorry, everybody. We're gonna do a job. We're gonna do it on the fly. It's gonna be in there. It's gonna be a big one, so you're gonna have to pay attention. And we're gonna have to get after it. Yeah. Let me see. Let me paste and make sure that is. Yes, it is. All right. And back up. And yes, we can do a nice one. Here we go.
And I need to help you with that. You can open up Telegram in a web browser, but it was on my PC that got wiped out. So
Yeah.
I don't remember what the address is, but there's an address you can pop in there and it lets you log in and all that stuff, just like Telegram.
Right. It is, well, I have it on one of my computers. This is not on this computer, right?
Yeah.
And it's all good. We'll get there. There we go. Doing a job. And 38 is good, right? 38 is reasonable, isn't it, Sniper?
I think 38 is better than 41.
Yeah, dude. Well, when I did 41, there was already.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Yeah, that's what people they don't realize. There was already people that 4 or 5 people that posted and did that. So yes, he said better than 30.
I didn't know it failed, but that makes sense because I listened to the show Saturday when I was mowing grass and stuff. I remember the comments from Crypto Buffy B, like, nice, Ray. 41. Yeah. Why'd you pick 41?
That's what I told her. I said, yeah, that's a good idea. Go ahead. Get them all hyped up. That's a good idea. Thanks, lunatic.
It all makes sense now.
It all makes sense. Here we go. Job's up. Get at your job. And I know you can't see it, but I know you can see it if you're not. And if you're not in the channel, you're wrong. You need to get in the Web3 Wise Guys channel because a big $6.3 million job just popped up. And there we go. Let me see some good comments. Let me see some good gifts with those comments. And I think we're there we go. And yeah, you guys got to understand I'm typing. Can't speak and type at the same time. There we go. What is this? Yes. Here we go. All right, I made it. Everybody make it? Oh, you guys better not did it again. Come on, y'all. That's on y'all, man. What do you think about, there we go, let's see. Better 101. What do you think about Elastos and their BTC-backed stablecoin? I'd have to look into it, but that's interesting, right? Appreciate you mentioning it. But yeah, I'd have to look at it. I do not know. And yeah, very cool. Elastos, huh? Let me look. I didn't do a GIF. Hold on. There we go. So yeah, look, you guys got it at 40 again, but that's because people posted already. We shall see. Failure, it's what you said, Crypto Buffy B. Let's see. Failure is not an option. I agree. Got to get it. There's 6.3 milli out there. 6.3 milli out there, Sniper.
6 milli. 6 milli. Wow, that's a big one.
Yep. And
that's where Alf's market cap's going to be in a couple months.
That's what I'm talking about.
Not financial advice.
Let me pull that down. There you go. Yeah, no, that's what I mean. That whole abstract chain, man, it's got a lot of room. Got a lot of room to run, and that's great.
I like it. I like small chains. It's so much easier to get meshed in. You know, like, dude, you put something out on Solana, man, you got a lot of work ahead of you.
Well, yeah, you get lost in noise. You get lost in the weeds, man. Yeah, yep. Absolutely.
You're a needle in the haystack. So it's been a breath of refreshing air over there. And plus, it's cool for, I don't know, anybody wanting to learn how to do this, you know, put themselves out there on spaces and stuff. Dude, everybody's loving, everybody's welcoming.
Yeah.
Like they actually want more people in projects and on the chain and stuff. So, get involved.
Love it. So you can keep your Bitcoin in your wallet and stake it. I like it. Yeah, no, I'll take a look at it. You know, let me know. If you're on X, reach out. Let me know about it. Yeah, good stuff. And
you said that. I missed that. Was that during the job?
Better 101 said, what do you think about Elastos and their Bitcoin-backed stablecoin? And then he said you can keep your Bitcoin in your wallet and stake it.
Wow.
I like it, right? Sounds good to me.
That's bullish. That's why I don't stake my Bitcoin, because I want to keep it.
Well, it is. That's tough. That's what I'm saying. You got to look into this stuff, and I would definitely do that. Better 101. I'm not going to staking my Bitcoin anywhere, but no, absolutely. Let's go. Oh, all right. Crypto Buffy, we got it. All right, love it. Job cleared. Way to go, everybody. Big stuff. And if you don't know, that's what we're doing. We're playing the mob. We're playing the mob right now, and we're in the Web3 Wise guys, and we just farmed a whole bunch of mob. Now we can take that mob. We can take the mob that we just earned by playing the game together, right? And then we can go get some bolts, and you use them bolts to go buy crypto, right? Invest in crypto. So it's a cool game, and yeah. Now I gotta boost it up, everybody. Come on, we did a big job. Boost it up. Give a little love to the Web3 Wise guys. Yeah. So let me see in here. I'm just grabbing my points, everybody. Just bear with me. Oh, look, that was very much needed. I was on fumes, bro. I was on fumes over here.
I've been teeter-tottering myself.
Have you really? Mm-hmm. It is, man. You gotta. It's why you gotta keep battling, everybody. Battling is important. All right, and then gather it up, get all your bonus, your dailies. And awesome stuff, man. And then, like I said, everybody got to know Sniper's down for a bit, and then we'll have all our stuff back up. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah,
be back soon. Be back soon in full action.
That's right. That's why we gotta. But that's how it goes. That's why I said you got to be in the Telegram channels, right? You want to see it live. The link is in the description of this YouTube show, and you can go over to the Telegrams. You'll be in mob. The one link takes you directly to the mob and mob game and the mob channel. And then the other one, there's another one that goes to the Web3 Wise guys where we just did a big job, 6.3 million to get you some mob. And that mob turns into bolts. And that bolts turns into crypto. Ain't nothing better than that, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Come back tomorrow. Tomorrow, FOMO Head will be on and can display it all.
Taco Tuesday. That's what I'm saying. Join the mob, Battle Buddies, MBBs, morning Eastern, usually 6-ish. Don't go any earlier, Michael. I'm just playing, Michael. You do whatever you do. Yeah. Let's battle, have fun, and earn together. I love it. And everybody, you know, it's a great thing. Everybody appreciates that too, my crypto ventures.
I think they have to, instead of extending time out, because there's so many new channels keep popping up, they have to go earlier and earlier. Like they got a deadline, they got things to do, so they just keep having to add time on the front end. So what used to be 7-ish is now turned into 6-ish. And if we keep getting more mob channels added to Telegram out there, pretty soon it'll be 5-ish.
It could be. It could be. But that's all awesome stuff. Everybody loves it and appreciates it. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Crypto Buffy B. Thank you. No pitchforks. Yeah? Love it. And thank you, Robin. Appreciate you. Right? And yes, we will see you on an awesome Happy Taco Tuesday. Thank you, Sniper, for hanging out with me. Great stuff on Abstract, bro, because I know you know that. I appreciate it. I try to keep up with everything, but there's a lot, bro. You know? So, very cool. A lot of news still happening. Make sure you're paying attention. Keep Washington straight. And people are always doing stuff crazy. So, you got to lock in, make sure they're doing the regulations. Make sure you call into your congressmen and congresswomen and senators. Get them people straight, man. Yeah? All right. All good? Everybody? All is well? Yeah?
Everything's good.
All right. Thank you, Sniper. Everybody, thank you for joining us. Smash the like button if you haven't. And we'll see you tomorrow on Taco Tuesday. Yeah? Have a good one.
Adios.
Yeah. Tapping in. Tapping now. MOBFI. We don't play solo. We raid. We build. We flip the game. Tapping MOBFI, whole squad lit. We pose, we boost, we run that script. Power stacking, respect paid in full. I don't chase likes, I'm in my pool. Tap to earn, every tweet got weight. MOBFI rules, create your fate. Tap in, level up, let's raid. MOBFI fam, we never fade. Yeah. Dagens in the trenches, running ops all night. Power on the board, I don't need no hype. Jobs got rewards, I complete that list. One quote tweet, I could move that tick. No fluff, I ain't bout by clicks, I want bolts in the vault. Stakes that stick, pay respect. MOBFI got my back, now I'm high tier. Never looking back in the trenches, but don't call it a phase. We the storm that makes waves. Every tap a ripple of change. MOBFI's name in the heart.